On everybody, your boy DJ City Manos, and this is a real quick venting video again. I got a text. It's for a guy. He told me, "Can I DJ for them?" Let me see. Let me open up the text. It's gonna be on June 3rd next year. It's gonna be a Saturday, and they said that I DJ'd already for them. And when they gave me the name, I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it for you. They gave me the name, and the reason why I'm not gonna DJ for them is because they blame me for something that it wasn't my fault. And when the party was over, they came up to me saying, "Can you stay another 30 minutes because of the power outage?" And I didn't want to argue. And I said, "It's only 30 minutes." I said, "Sure, I could do it for 30 minutes, no big deal." Because he said, "Can you give me another 30 minutes, with all this power outage?" And the reason why I decided to do it, I said, fine, because I was tearing down. So I let the music play while I was tearing down. I even disconnected one speaker and let one speaker play. It's like I was tearing down my lights. I put my lights away. I was putting things away slowly. And when I got down to my to the speakers and stuff like that, I took one speaker off. And sometimes, if you guys notice, sometimes this is connected to this, right? I plug up you can plug up your phone to this and let your music play off your phone. And you can put this away, the computer, the controller, you could put all this stuff away. So when I was tearing down, I took my lights down. It took about 15 minutes, put my lights away. And I started putting my one speaker away. I left one speaker up. And when I started getting to my controller, I hooked up my phone to it. And I started taking my controller down. That's the reason why I gave him 30 minutes. But the fact that he blamed me for the power outage, that wasn't cool. Because they plugged up everything to one outlet. They had a margarita machine, their little lights, everything plugged up to one outlet. And then as soon as they turned it on, as soon as it got dark, that's when we started having power outage. And he kind of gonna blame me. I should have just told him everything was working fine until you turn all this stuff on. So why was it my fault? But I didn't want to argue. I didn't want to argue with them. And plus, I said, "Oh yeah, I'll give you 30 minutes." I knew how long it takes me to pack up my stuff, and I already know what I could do to provide just music while I'm putting my stuff away. So you gotta know the little tricks, Like I could even disconnect everything. I could disconnect everything, and since it's already powered speakers, you could plug up your phone straight directly to it, and just let it play. And then after the 30 minutes were done, they brought out their little small speakers that play their music. It's funny because everybody always have speakers. He had a cool little, the Bose, the small little Bose speakers. I forgot what they call. I think they call it something 10 Bose. I don't know. They're like two little small speakers, battery operating. And he plugged that up to his phone. So the fact is, they blame me. I ain't like that. That wasn't cool. So I'm not going to do this gig. He should never put the name down. He goes, "Yeah, you DJ for my mom," and put the name down. I was like, "Oh, I already know who you are. I know who you are, and I'm not going to do your gig." I'm just going to reply and say, "Sorry, I'm booked that day," or, "Sorry, I can't." But that's the thing. No, I'm not, that's the thing is that wasn't cool. I ain't like the fact that you accused me. I mean, my equipment was working fine until you plugged up all your machines. Until it started getting dark and they plugged up all these machines and their lights. Then my power went out, and you're gonna blame me saying, "Well, the power was going out. People were dancing. As soon as they got to the dance floor, the music gets shut off." I said, "Yeah, it shut off, but it wasn't my fault. It's on my contract. I put that in my contract also. You got to give me a reliable outlet. And if the power goes out, that's not my fault. So the fact that they put everything on one outlet, that wasn't right. They should have went through a different path. They should have came out through the other side of another outlet, But they had to come everything to the side. And I even told them, I said, Yeah, I mean, I usually show up early, and when I showed up, it was already daytime. It wasn't even dark. So they go, yeah, plug up right here. I should have asked, are you gonna plug up anything else to this? Right then, if he would have said, oh yeah, we got this plugged up, then I would have went a different route. I was saying, is there another way, any other outlet I could plug up to, separated from this circuit? But I didn't do that, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna do this gig. He should never blame me. He should never say it's your fault, you know. And the cool thing is that he put his mom name, so I recognize the name. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you. I remember your party. I'm not gonna do your party, you know. So yeah, it's your boy DJ Cityman with another venting video. Gotta do some more of these venting videos because a lot of things that people don't see behind the scenes, you gotta look at the big picture, you know. For example, I do a lot of outdoor gigs, and on my contract, it states that they need to provide shade for me. You know, it doesn't say I'm going to show up with a canopy. It says you need to provide shade in case of rain, in case of sun. But since it's always in the evening, they're like, yeah, the sun's going to go down. It's no big deal. And I agree with them. Yeah, the sun's going down, so cool. But if it would have been like one of those, like a noon gig, like a pool party or something, they need to provide shade for me. I'm not going to show up with no canopy. They need to provide it. So that's in my contract. So if anything happens, my stuff overheats, they know. They know. They can't say, oh my goodness, your stuff just died on my party. Like, hey, you know, you should have put me in the house. You should have put me somewhere. You know, you should have put me in the shade, something. But it states right there in my contract, you need to provide the shades. You need to give me a working outlet. You know. So that's the reason why I had to go get the batteries, because I deal with a lot of stuff like this, you know. So the battery's been working pretty good. I got a gig this week coming up. It's going to be indoors, but I'm going to take my battery to, you know, plug up everything to the battery. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a few Korean pop songs. And there's going to be a quinceañera, but not a quinceañera. The girl's turning 15, but it's not a quinceañera. They're not doing the whole thing. They're just going to just give her a birthday party. So that's cool. So I still got to practice for that. You know, practice, get some songs ready. And that's about it. I just wanted to vent, you know. As soon as I got that text, I said, well, let me get my phone. Let's go vent about this gig. It's like therapy. Venting to you guys is like therapy. And I'll be reading you guys' comments. It's, you know, it's interesting how we all think, you know. Pretty cool. Get a lot of good advice, you know. All right, this is your boy. I'm going to take a little quick break, go do something, and then I'm going to start practicing. I should do the yard work today, get out of the way so I can have Monday, Tuesday, all practice, just non-stop practice for a good 5 hours, you know. So, like I said, they didn't really provide me a playlist for the upcoming gig. They just provide me 3 Korean pop artists. So I'm going to just run with that. And I am out. Peace.